Let's see the review of FluidOS 1.4 on Poco X2. This update is of 20th April. You can get a brief idea of battery life. Check the battery percentage now and keep watching video till the end. And check battery percentage at the end. In this video, I have also included the gaming review of the ROM. So watch the video till the end. Now let's skip to the about phone. As you can see, the Fluid version is 1.4 unofficial. The Android version is Android 11. The security patch is of 5 April. And the kernel version is 4.14 kernel, that is Power of Plus kernel. Now let's see some customizations. In network and internet, in Geo, you get Volt, and Volt is working fine. As you can see the logo. And down here you get Wi-Fi calling. In hotspot, you get Wi-Fi hotspot. And this you get USB tethering, Bluetooth tethering, and Ethernet tethering. And down here you also get option of allow client to use VPN non-hotspot. In connected devices and connection preferences, you get Bluetooth, cast, printing, file receiver Bluetooth, Chromebook, driving mode, nearby share, and Android Auto. And apps and notification, you get conversations. In notifications, you get notification history and notification bubbles. And down here you get options like notification lock screen, sensitive notification, skip lock screen, hide silent notification in status bar, allow notification snoozing, suggested actions and replies, notification dot on app icon, blink light, default notification sound, and do not disturb mode. In apps notification you get conversations, notification, screen time, default tab, permission manager, wireless emergency alert, and special app access. And the main customization, that is the Fluid customization. And this in themes you can choose the theme, that is system default, dark grey, pitch black, night, style, and solarized dark. Then you can choose the accent color, icon shape. In system theme you can choose the icon shape, etc. And down here you get choose the font. And at the last you get option of choosing the lock screen clock. In status bar you get clock settings, and this you get show clock and date, clock style, AM PM style, show seconds. In date you get date, style, date, format, date, position, etc. Then you get battery style, battery percentage, show battery percent inside, double data to sleep on status bar, use old style mobile data icon, show 4G instead of LTE, data disabled icon, roaming indicator, status bar icon tuner, etc. In QoS you get traffic indicator. In this you can choose the location, display mode, auto hide, etc. Then you get vibrate on touch and QoS media player. In lock screen you get always on display schedule. In this you can set a schedule and you can choose the start time, end time, etc. Then you get volume rocker wave, lock screen charging info, double to sleep on lock screen, pocket detection, and fingerprint authentication vibration. In extras you get playback control, allows serial spoofing, IME arrows, inverse layout, vibrate on connect, vibrate on call waiting, and vibrate on disconnect. In battery you get battery saver. In this you get extreme battery saver. In this you get option like when to use. Suppose you choose always use and turn on the battery saver and turn on. All the third-party apps get disabled, as you can see. Here you also get option of essential apps. Suppose you choose this game, that is Riptide GP2. Even the battery saver is on, you can still play the game, as you can see. Then you can set a schedule and turn off and charge. And the battery life is pretty good. I got around 7 hours screen on time. In display, you get brightness level, dark theme, night light, adaptive brightness, and styles of wallpaper you get. In wallpaper you can choose the wallpaper. In grid you can choose the grid size. Then you get auto rotate screen. But here you don't get option of auto rotate screen for 0 degrees, 90 degrees, etc. Then you get colors, and this you can choose a natural, boosted, and adaptive. And down here you get lock screen. In this you get notification lock screen, skip lock screen, add text on lock screen, show lockdown option, now playing, always on when charging, and wake screen for notification. Then you get double tap to wake, full screen apps, and down here you also get option of device settings. That is you can choose a refresh rate. Then you get automatic low refresh rate when battery saver is on, and you can also choose the battery saver refresh rate. In battery saver refresh rate you can also choose the 30 Hz. And the last you get play style notch. And down here you also get option of ambient display. When you turn it on, You get wake up gesture, pick up gesture, hand wave, and a pocket gesture. In sound, you can choose the media sounds. Then you get vibrate for call, live caption. When you turn it on, you get language, high profanity, show sound label, and live caption in volume control. Let's turn it off. If the live caption is on, it will use more battery. And remember, when you install this ROM, first go and choose the notification sound. As you can see, everything is set for none. At the last, you get MI sound enhancer. When you turn it on, you can choose the headphone type and a preset. And down here is the option of enable hi-fi. That is decrease noise and distortion and increase the audio quality. At the last, you get option of clear speaker. And as it will play a 30-second audio to clear speaker. In storage, you get storage manager. And then you get option of remove photos, videos over 30 days, 60 days, and 90 days. In privacy, you get permission manager. And this you can allow or deny permission for certain apps. Then you get show password, notification lock screen, device, personalized services, app content, auto-fill service by Google, Google location history, etc. In location, you can allow or deny location for certain apps. In security, you get pattern, fingerprint, and face unlock. And down here, you also get option of app locker, as you can see. And in pattern, the only option is 3x3 pattern. In system, you get gestures. In this, you get quickly open the camera. System navigation. In this, you get gesture navigation 2 button and 3 button. And everything is working fine. Now gesture is selected. The back gesture, home button, and reset button. As you can see, everything is working fine. Even the 2 button. As you can see, the navbar comes. Even 3 button. As you can see, it's working fine. And in gesture, in settings, you get left edge, right edge, gesture bar length, and dead zone. Then you get prevent ringing, saving a screenshot, adaptive playback, power menu. In this, you get device control and sensitive content. And the last, you get quick torch, that is long pressing power button for torch. In system, you get thermal profile. When you turn it on, you can choose the profile, that is default, benchmark, camera, dialer, gaming, etc. And for benchmark, that is Geekbench, I have chosen the benchmark, as you can see. Now let's see the Geekbench score. The single core score is 539 and the multi-core score is 1674. Now let's see the camera DPI is enabled or not. And the start. As you can see, it's enabled. Now let's check safety net and the run test. As you can see, it's passed. Now let's check the Play Store certification. Play Store and settings. At the last, as you can see, the device is certified. In recents, you get screenshot and clear all. And this you get a stock launcher, that is this one. In this you get options like icon pack, notification dot, allow edit, adapt to home screen, allow home screen rotation, enable grid option, show Google Apps, suggestions. In suggestions you get suggestions in app list, suggestions on home screen and block tabs. Then you get swipe down gesture, double tap to sleep gesture, icon label on desktop, icon label in drawer, and show icon label in landscape mode. And this you get a stock camera, that is the MIUI stock camera, the ANX camera, as you can see, and it's working fine. Even the 64MP mode works fine, as you can see. But of course you can install GKMP which I have installed, as you can see. Now let's see the calls working or not. 198. As you can see, the call ended. Let's turn on off the airplane mode and let's try it again. As you can see, the call ended. So sometime call works, sometime not. Now let's see the gaming review. The ROM is extremely stable. I didn't face a major bug. Thank you so much for watching. I'll meet you in the next one.
What just happened?